The last time the Laguna Mountain Skipper Butterfly was seen on Mount Laguna was in this particular meadow, and it was back in 1999. Now the only place it can be found is over on Palomar Mountain, and since they can't fly very far, they can't come back to their native habitat. But all of that is about to change as the Laguna Mountain Skipper is going to be reintroduced to gorgeous mountain meadows like this.
This was the last place that the butterfly was ever recorded.
Breaking our own trail.
One good thing about this site is there's not a lot of public access.
Entomologist Allison Williams Anderson takes us to a hidden meadow. It's here that we find hope.
2 shelters on the oak back there.
For the return of the Laguna Mountain Skipper Butterfly.
We can't take it off the endangered species list until we recover it, and one of the criteria that we have in our recovery plan is to have it here. It's not the typical butterfly you would think of like a monarch. It folds its wings back in a unique way, not flat like a moth and not straight up like a butterfly.
The Laguna Mountain Skipper was last seen on the mountain in 1999, the year Anderson was hired by U.S. Fish and Wildlife.
I was hired in the fall, they were last seen in the spring. I never got a chance to see them here. I have seen them on Palomar Mountain though.
Those last remaining butterflies on Palomar Mountain are exactly what the San Diego Zoo's Butterfly Conservation Lab needed.
The adults will come here and the adult female butterflies will lay eggs on the host plant, which is the plant that the caterpillars eat, in the lab. We know that it can't make it to the Laguna Mountains, for which it was named, on its own, and we need to give it a little bit of help.
It takes a mother's love to raise the caterpillars.
This is a new 5th stage caterpillar. It will turn into a chrysalis. It will pupate.
200 plus chrysalis will be raised for strategic placement by U.S. Fish and Wildlife.
It's been such a long haul to get kind of where we are now. And so to be able to finally, participate in a release in the Laguna Mountains is really exciting.
So its body will double in this size, and then it will accumulate enough food energy from the Horcalia host plant, and then it will turn into a chrysalis. It will pupate.
Horicula is what skipper caterpillars eat, and the U.S. Forest Service has made sure there's plenty in the Laguna Mountain meadows.
We've been very carefully managing the habitat of the Laguna Mountain Skipper on Mount Laguna, even though the species wasn't here, so that we have that possibility to reintroduce them at a later time and their habitat is still intact.
So even though the Skipper Butterfly hasn't been seen on Laguna Mountain for 22 years, its original home is ready for its historic reintroduction.
So we're gonna basically take these guys and put them into one of these guys.
The collaboration has been incredible. Government agencies, the San Diego Zoo, private landowners, plus a host of others to get to this point.
The animals have wrapped themselves up in their host plant and some silk.
The chrysalis are ready to be placed in the meadow, and I was lucky enough to be invited.
So I'm just putting those guys on the bottom very gently.
All right, we're gonna head actually right over there to the that clump of trees over there.
Placed throughout the meadow near plenty of Horicula, the chrysalis will overwinter in their protected habitats.
When the springtime comes, the idea is the butterflies warm up in the spring and they all come out right on time.
And 200 butterflies will be skipping around the meadows of the Laguna Mountains.
Something that I've been imagining for years, and it'll be like a dream. It'll be like waking up, and this time it's real.
So this is the last of the 5 pupa release cages that we're putting here on this high meadow in the Laguna Mountains of the once and future Laguna Mountain Skipper. Now, theoretically, in the springtime, all of these butterflies are going to come out, and we'll see how good all the research was from all the great people that came together, and we'll be checking in to see how the Laguna Mountain Skipper does. We'll send it back to you in the studio.